Everybody, this is the Reluctant Nabi back again. All right, this is going to be a deep one right here. Um, it would be shallow because this is about a comic book and what's going on in the comic book industry. But we're going to talk about the Rippaverse, a universe created by an Afro comic fan who then decided to step out and do it for himself, right? And this comic book and him are facing racism by the industry. And by the industry, I'm talking about the news outlet, the Twitter, you name it, right? And the reason why it's facing all this racism and hatred by the industries and everything else is because it's being liked by fans. Not just Afro fans. Most of the Afro fans probably don't know this brother exists. But it's being definitely liked by a lot of the Caucasian brethren around here. All right. And they're speaking out because they see injustice in this. All right. And so that's why I'm speaking out as well. Because from looking around on YouTube, I got into this story by just trying to pay attention as to what was really going on, because I heard lightly about this. And I had stopped collecting comic books, reading comic books, because the industry was so fickle and so jacked up. And a lot of people got tired of what they were doing to men, what they were doing to continuity, what they were doing to everything. So this brother decided to do something about it, along with help from others. And he funded this by himself. All right. And now he's getting hatred, especially from Reddit. Reddit has shown its racist, I guess, streak back, whatever. And if you stick with me, we'll show you some of the stuff that's been going on with them and the people running that. But that's not the only one. Twitter, and then the comic book industry. Anyway, right? And so we'll get into that. First, let me greet everybody who worked hard to dog all of way to the main. Vassos bonjour, mes amis, ketabao konnichiwa. Ni hao ni ama, sani bonani. Jambo habaragani. Assalamu alaikum and shalom. Kumusta ka, kumusta po kayo, and talafa lava soy fu. All right. And real quick, get those thumbs up, and if you can, my donation link is in the description box, along my Cash App and my PayPal me. Y'all know what I do in the community, and y'all know where everything goes. And some of you brothers even help me do these things in the community. So if you want to donate to me, you could do that. Please thumbs up. And I want to hear your comments in the comment section. All right. And I'm going to remind you at this time that I am going to start doing my live streams at 8 o'clock on Saturdays. So 8 o'clock on Saturdays. And do it that way. Most of my videos, unless something important like this happened, I'm going to start putting out towards the weekends to give you a lot of time to digest it. And I'm going back to, well, the thoughtful, longer videos where we can get in depth. And thumbs up, subscribe, and let me hear your commentary about it. And correction is loved on this channel. All right, so let's get into this real quick. All right. So we're talking about this Rippaverse. Pay attention.
The Rippaverse is the result of a comic book lifer that wanted to be a part of the solution instead of always griping about the problem. Now, don't get me wrong, this was always a part of my aspirations. However, the current climate certainly sped things up.
Okay. And so this is the link, Rippaverse.com, and I will put it at the top right under my donation links in the description box. Okay. And so when I went and looked at what this brother came up with, he saw the problems in the comic book industry that everyone sees. All right, that the people running the comic book industry, they're just simply pathetic. All right, and there's a lot of bait and switch. Instead of creating characters, they try to racially put somebody as into a character that's already been established. You can do like Image did, and well, not Image did it, and then another comic book where Static first started off, and so they had their Superman character. His name was Icon, and it had a deep story in it, but it wasn't promoted, and it was bought out by DC. All right, so they had a lot of things. I collected those comic books. All right, and so basically, what's happening here is if you don't toe the line politically, this is what it seems like. As an Afro man, the racists will come against you and try to subvert what you're trying to do when you're trying to pull yourself up by your bootstrap. You know what these racists tell you to do. All right. And we got a lot of Caucasian brothers who like comic books as well. And they're coming out and they're speaking against the racists. Now, I'm wondering how many brothers we have that's going to speak against this. Because nobody knows his political leanings. But Twitter will put you in one. Understand? Twitter will put you in one. And then lambast you. Because if you are not a staunch Democrat as a black person, you're not allowed to make an income. You're not allowed to make money on YouTube. These people will ban you. These racists will come against you. All right. And then they'll say, no, we're not being racist. You are. Because you're not following what we white people want you to follow. And when you look at it, these are primarily the left-leaning Democrats. They're the ones that want to take Afro people's freedom away. And if we don't do what they want us to do, oh, it's over, right? So that's what's going on here. All right. Now, this isn't me saying this. This is a bunch of Caucasians. They're upset because people are surprised that two things bring us together. All right. Comic books have always brought a lot of people together. White and black, Afro, Latinos. And this is why manga is doing so well. Right? Because it brings people together in this place where we could just let our guard down and just enjoy something for a minute. Right? Now, the problem is most of the heroes are white. But then again, who's doing this? White artists, white authors and stuff. And so it is our job as Afro people to, if we want something to represent us, shoot, we got to be the ones to do that. Not the white people. Right? We have to do that. This brother did that. When we stick up and represent ourselves and do it well, you're going to get white followers as well as Afro followers. I would dare say he's getting more Caucasian followers than Afro followers. All right? But the industry itself want him gone, and there is a particular reason they want him gone. And we'll get to that in a minute. All right? Just bear with me real quick. So now we got another thing going on. All right? So he is being banned on Reddit for artwork. Reddit has a problem with his artwork. You have been permanently banned for participating in our comic book. You can still view and subscribe to our comic books, but you won't be able to post or comment. So they want to keep him subscribed, but they don't want you to make money off of it. They don't want you to make comments. They don't want you to be able to promote yourself. I say F them. All right. Note from the moderators. All right. Comment Gate support. If you have a question regarding your ban, contact the moderator team for our comic books by replying to this message. Reminded from the Reddit staff, if you use another account to circumvent this Reddit ban, understand these racists, that will be considered a violation of the content policy and can result in your account being suspended from the site as a whole. Then he writes, I'm not sure how this worked, but what did he do to get banned? He was successful in doing what white people have always told them to do. You know, pick yourself up by your bootstrap. You know, this is what he's being banned for. Having the wrong political views as an Afro man, because they pigeonhole us into one thing. You need to vote Democrat. You can't be a, libertarian. You can't be that. I think this brother leans more libertarian than any party. I think a lot of us brothers and a lot of Caucasians are starting to do that now. And to see, this worries them when we are starting to fall out of their control. All right. This dude says, I can't even share a new comic company on iFunny. All right. What in the hell is wrong with people? Here's the thing. Y'all checked out a new comic book called the Rippaverse. Just opened up for donations on the first campaign. They're all about the story, lore, earning reader support. Website is Rippaverse.com, and their first campaign goal is 1 million. They're rolling their stuff out August. Check it out. The comment was reported for being inappropriate. What was inappropriate? Oh, he promoted an Afro guy with an Afro character that is not in that ilk of people that want all of us Afro people to be a part of the LGBTQRSTV or Democrats. Those are our only choices. We got to support crap that kills our community, or we got to support the party that's been destroying our community since its inception, who wants us to be put back in slavery, along with the Republicans. All right, Texas wants us to forget all of our history while promoting Caucasian history. But it is our jobs, not the schools, to teach our history, because the schools don't do that. They weren't designed to do that ever since the robber barons decided that they needed robots, not people that think. So this is the brother, and he's doing it big. So one might ask, what is the real problem? What is really wrong with these people? There is a real problem. All right? And I want y'all to understand this. There is a serious problem. And it's about it isn't that they have, oh, damn. See that big old cross on his belt? That's a problem too. Okay, so he crossing all them checks for how they want to ban him. So that's a problem, because you got to push the sick stuff that they want you to feed your children. Right? You're not allowed to have freedom of thought. You're not allowed to be free in America if you're an Afro people. Now, the regular run-of-the-day meal Caucasian will consider you free, but the industries itself, the government itself, it don't matter, Republican or Democrat, they don't want us to be free to think freely. Everybody's trying to pigeonhole us, and they got their puppets to do it on both sides, the Democrats and the Republicans. Candace Owens does not represent the Afro community. She says some good things, but she speaks on behalf of the Republican Party and her husband. And last I checked, they're not mostly Afro. They are Caucasians. All right, and they're in politics. You want to know? We have more in common with regular Caucasians that's not in politics. All right, but here's the main thing. This dude developed this thing, all right, and put it out there. And these people have a serious problem with that because he made 1.2 million so far, and it's not even been a month. Apparently, his stuff is going to come out in August. The first one I saw is going to come out in August. Real comic book fans love what he's doing and is supporting it. And he is doing better than all the rest of the garbage that's being put out by DC and Marvel. All right, so let's see what happens. I want to hear y'all thoughts on this. This is why they're upset. They're going to try to stop him because Lord knows an Afro man in this country is not allowed to be this successful unless you got the approval of the powers that be that want to corrupt the rest of us. Not just the Afro people, but the Caucasians as well. It's nice to see our Caucasian brethren standing up against these tyrants that's running these corporations, companies, and especially the media. With that said, don't forget, like, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, click the notification bell and give a thumbs up. And I want to hear what y'all have to say about this in the comment section. With that said, I'm out.